U.S. National Security Advisor Robert C. O'Brien, FBI Director Christopher A. Wray, Attorney General William Barr, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and others recently delivered important speeches pointing out the CCP's serious threat to the United States and the international order. American Intelligence Director John Ratcliffe penned an article to the Wall Street Journal writing, "The People's Republic of China poses the greatest threat to America today, and the greatest threat to democracy and freedom worldwide since World War II. The intelligence is clear. Beijing intends to dominate the US and the rest of the planet economically, militarily, and technologically." In an interview with the media, Senator Ron Johnson, chairman of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, also reminded the American people to remain vigilant of the CCP. US-based current affairs commentator Ge Bidong pointed out that the CCP has been infiltrating the United States for a long time, and the seriousness of the infiltration has been covered up by American mainstream media and various interest groups.
We have seen the unusual behavior of mainstream media and tech companies in the United States, from the Attorney General to Associate Justices of the Supreme Court. All of them chose to stand on the opposite side of American interests. Such a phenomenon fully demonstrates the grave crisis the United States is facing. To put it seriously, this is the biggest crisis the United States has encountered in its constitutional history for more than 200 years.
Since the election, the leftist media has downplayed the evidence of election fraud. YouTube has announced a new rule to delete videos that allege fraud changed the results of the election.
The greedy special interest groups and the extreme left in the United States are naturally akin and close to the CCP, in that all these groups are profit-driven. Therefore, they willingly collaborate when there is a chance. The so-called American elite group headed by Kissinger, under the guise of globalization and driven by huge commercial and market interests, has literally been dancing with wolves for decades. The CCP is still wholeheartedly promoting globalization and multilateralism. As a matter of fact, those in the West who echo the CCP deliberately ignore the fact that the CCP has a completely different value system and deliberately ignore the CCP's evil nature against humanity.
Since the 1960s, several US presidents, including Nixon, Carter, Bush, Clinton, and Obama, have all adopted appeasement policies toward the CCP, granting the CCP the most favored nation status, allowing the CCP to join the World Trade Organization, restoring the CCP's status as a member of the World Bank, and allowing the CCP to enter the US stock and bond markets. Senator Ron Johnson has criticized these disastrous policies. He said, "We've been taken advantage of. China is the primary abuser, not following the rules, stealing our intellectual property by various means, including cyber theft and industrial espionage, so we've had to focus on them."
More and more people all over the world have realized the true nature of the Chinese Communist regime and the potential threat of this regime to the world, especially after the coronavirus outbreak this year, as the CCP's concealment has led to such a serious global pandemic.
Peter Schweizer is an author and scholar who's been fighting to expose government corruption for many years. He is also the first author to write about the Biden family's business deals with the CCP. In an interview with Fox News on December the 20th, Schweizer said, "Look, Hunter Biden doesn't bring any expertise or connections or background to any of these deals, except for the fact that he's the son of Joe Biden." He also exposed that based on alleged family emails that have come out, Joe Biden is the direct beneficiary of these foreign deals. When speaking out about other US high-level politicians who might have been compromised by the CCP, Schweizer said, "The CCP has a strategy to effectively decapitate our political leadership by giving sweetheart deals to the family members of our political class."
The CCP indeed uses various measures and mobilizes all kinds of forces and networks to influence Americans and Chinese living in the United States in order to meddle with the election.
Renowned US Attorney Lynn Wood wrote in a Twitter post on December the 20th, "Communism has infiltrated all levels of our government, including our judiciary. Communism infiltrates by ideology, by corruption, money, and by extortion. Common tactics of the CCP is to arrange liaisons with drunk American visitors, which are taped. So many ways to control the unaware. In another Twitter post, Wood wrote, "We have been lulled into believing doing business with China is good for America." Nonsense. The CCP is evil. They want to destroy us, our way of life, and our freedom. Due to the new restrictions on social media, our channel may be affected. If you'd like to stay tuned to our channel and receive notifications and updates, please provide us with your email by clicking the link below. Thank you for your support.